Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late December, moving into early January 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Piscean people. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us, Pisces? What do you got for Pisces, gang, as we begin a beautiful, abundant new year, hopefully? Let's see what energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces, gang, in late December, early January. What is the vibe? What's happening? What's the energy circling around us here? Please and thank you. There we go. Thank you. All right. Very powerful energy. It reminds me of something I see in fire signs quite a bit. You see this strong, divine, feminine figure here. She's like, oh, no, this is the way. This is where I'm going. So, I mean, it could really manifest itself in a lot of different ways. There's just a lot of oomph to it. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more about this card. So again, you see this lady, it's like she's wearing armor. There's like this pink fiery background here, and she's like, this is the way. So for some Pisces, maybe you just have your eyes to the horizon. You're looking towards the future instead of like right now, the current circumstances, or even what has recently happened. For a lot of us, we might just be saying, no, we're going to keep moving this way. We're going to keep pushing this way, which can be a really good thing, especially planning for the future and setting milestones. This could be nice, but as I was saying earlier, this is kind of like an aggressive energy. It feels like the Chariot to me. So there's like a lot of force. There's a lot of push. There's a lot of fire here, which makes sense with what I've been seeing in recent weeks too. So there could be a lot of determination, but a big thing when it comes to fire is that there can be a little bit of unpredictability to it, where it's like, okay, well, I don't know how this is going to go down, or I don't know what I'm going to do about this, but screw it, I'm doing it anyway. So you might be a little bit more of a daredevil or take more chances, but we're just going to leave it at that. We'll let her chill right there. Don't want to bother her. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. See what's happening here for Pisces, gang. Late December, early January. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Sudden Shift. And even a couple weeks before that, we've been seeing a lot of change building up around the Pisces collective, which is cool by us, right? We're a mutable sign, so we're very good at rolling with things, going with the flow when necessary. But yeah, similar to this, there's a little unpredictability that there could be certain things that are shifting, changing rapidly. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we might be seeing your vibe. We might be seeing somebody else's, right? Let's get 3 cards out here to start us off. What do we got for Pisces, gang, please? Late December, early January. Magician, yeah, he's been very, very popular this week. I like the Magician in position number 1. I think that's a good place for him to show up. But I would have to say, I think this Magician has shown up for at least 4 or 5 signs of the Zodiac. But I like it. I think it's cool. Big card of manifesting. Lots of energy attached to it. So it makes sense with that first oracle we were seeing. Let's get a couple more. Thank you. Queen of Wands, fiery. So just like that oracle card, this fiery Queen of Wands makes her presence known. I do like her here as well. There's a lot of confidence, Pisces. Let's get one more. A lot of confidence. What we got? And the star. So yeah, going towards the future. So it's like that first card we got is encapsulated in, like, it encapsulates these 3 cards, because this is a huge card of the future. I will say this, Pisces, I'm liking what I'm feeling so far, right? And I don't want to get too overly excited, because of course when we clarify, I don't want the reading to take a left. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm feeling. Now, you know, I always look at the elements first. Notice we have two major arcana here, which are powerful, big themes in life. We have fire right here in the center. We have the magician who deals with all elements. And then right here on the back, we have Aquarius energy, which is air. So it's like we have the fire and air on the back end. It's explosive. It's fired up. It's confident. Just like that oracle card. And then there's universal energy, there's karmic energy, there's wish fulfillment, there's all sorts of good stuff, but we need to look deeper. That's what I'm going to say, because I don't want to get too overexcited about all this, but we're looking okay. Let's go through piece by piece and really start to build on it, though. So position number one, the magician. Now, you see all the different symbolism here I already mentioned, master of all elements, so all the elements are there. With the wand to the sky, channeling, bringing down the source energy. So for a lot of us Pisceans in this time, I know a lot of us are energetically sensitive. It could be heightened in this time. Your powers to manifest and create and bring things to you could be heightened in this time. So this is really great energy. It's supportive, and you might want to take advantage of it. Now, for a lot of Pisceans, now could be a great time to dive into spirituality, spiritual practice, ritual, you name it, because the magician is all about that stuff. But aside from those, the magician represents control. That's where the challenge can come in. Yes, this could be great for controlling your own destiny, your own road, the things you want to do. But he often shows up when we're dealing with either one, situations that we can't control, things might be out of our hands, which that's not usually the best, or you might be dealing with a person that's a little too overly controlling when this card is here, like a micromanager. So we're not going to fully go down that road. I just see this as a beautiful card of manifestation. It's also karmic because he has the universal symbol over his head. There's a lot of source energy connecting to this magician. Now, moving to the center, we have a beautiful card. We have the Queen of Wands, lovely, big fire sign energy. So some of you might have fire placements yourself. If not, maybe you're connected to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but if neither of those are the case, this could be an energy you're stepping into. Because remember, we could step into any energy of any tarot card at any time. So here's some of the things I think about with the Queen of Wands. She is a card of aesthetics. So our look. So some Pisces might be changing something about their look. You might be paying attention to how you present yourself to the world, whether it's through health and wellness, or whether it's through like clothing or style. Like, she's a big card that deals with all these things, but she's also a card of alluring energy. It's a very beautiful, sexy type of energy. When we see her here, it's very attractive. So whether you find someone appealing, someone finds you appealing, that could be here. But she's also a card of self-confidence, how we feel about ourselves. And usually she's great. But in the challenge, it could be the opposite of all those things. There could be some Pisces out there, you might not be feeling too hot or high on yourself. That could be possible. We all go through waves like that. But I really like her energy here. And as with all fire sign energies, the Queen of Wands can be very unpredictable, especially next to an air element. So yeah, there could be unexpected, there could be explosive energy. We'll just see how it all plays out. Now, moving to the very back end, we have another lovely, lovely energy. We have the Star card. Beautiful. Now, that does tie into Aquarian, so you might be connected to an Aquarius. Maybe you have placements there yourself. It's a card of wish fulfillment, so we do think of wins and victories of all different kinds, big ones with really big implications. We love this card. But one thing I always say about the Star, it doesn't always talk about right now. It doesn't always talk about even this week or this month. The Star is down the road, so this could be a payoff of some sort. This could be long-term goals. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is a card of hopefulness. So if you're going through any difficult times or stagnant times, whatever it might be, when we see the Star, it's like, listen, there is cause for hope. Be hopeful. There is a positive outcome for you, which is really good. When we get to the challenge of the Star, a lot of those things I just said can completely flip in reverse. So I see this card sometimes when someone's not feeling too hopeful, when they're not feeling too great, when they're feeling like something's not going to pay off for them, or it's not going to go the way they envisioned. But again, we're not going to really call those energies out. I think all of this is leaning very, very positive to start. And yeah, long-term goals. So just like this card we had here in the very beginning, remember I said confident, fired up. We got the fire-air combo, looking towards the future. Really good stuff. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, please? What do we got? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Magician. And if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Magician time. Talk to me. What is this manifestation about? Why is the Magician here? Thank you. Whoa. 10 of Cups in the upright. Wow. Pisces, this is, again, an energy that you are most definitely going to want to take advantage of. And I will say this, I know there's a lot of Pisces from a lot of different walks of life watching for a lot of different reasons. But when we have heavy hitters like this, the 10 of Cups, the Magician, the Star card, this is a lot of energetic support. So it tells me whatever binds you might be in, you're going to be able to get out of them. I would feel very hopeful. Some of you might already feel hopeful, like you feel it in the air, you feel it in the ether, you feel it in the energy that something big is coming for you. And I like it. And I'm not just pulling your string. I don't just give only positive messages here. You should watch some of the earth sign readings this week. But 10 of Cups, I mean, it's everything. It's wish fulfillment, it's emotional fulfillment. This could also represent the home and family and stuff like that. But I would give this as an advice. Of course, this could be a massive win or victory of some kind, of course. But as an advice, when I see the Magician and the 10 of Cups, it's Spirit telling you to aim high. Never limit yourself. When it comes to manifesting what you want to do and what you want to create, don't put limiting beliefs on yourself. Always shoot as high as you can. And now is a great time to dream big. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm feeling very encouraged by this. So I think this is a lovely, lovely alignment. We're going to keep it moving. I mean, I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate it. Like, you could really bring things forth in this time. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Very claimable so far. But let's go in on that Queen of Wands. Let's see what she has to say. And we'll keep it moving here. So why is the lovely Queen of Wands in this mix for Pisces? Why is she here, Pisces? Thank you. Okay. Chariot in reverse. There's no rush with something. Okay, so there could be a situation you're dealing with where slower might be better. I don't know why that's coming through, but we have the Chariot in reverse. This could also represent something returning, which is something I've seen for you in recent weeks as well. I've been seeing it for a lot of zodiac signs, but I'm just going to give it because Chariot in reverse can represent something coming back around. Okay, so just know that there could absolutely be something that pops back up or returns in a big way. So just take that for what it's worth. But the Chariot to me, and I mentioned the Chariot earlier when this card was here. Remember the fired up? I said it reminds me of the Chariot. It's Cancerian energy, and in the upright, it's one of the fastest moving cards. It's got somewhere to go, it's got somewhere to be. And if something gets in its way, it's going to barrel it down. Notice it showed up in reverse. So under a confident card like this Queen of Wands, when we have the Chariot in reverse, it's like, do not be rushed. Do not feel rushed. Don't feel like you have to measure up to certain people's standards. The only person's standards you need to live up to are your own. Okay, that's just how this feels to me. And with all this wind-based beautiful energy around it, when they do start coming in, Spirit might want you to savor it. Okay, so when these good things come in, give some gratitude and savor them while you can. I just feel like it's really nice, and there's no timetable and there's no rush to accomplish something. So again, yeah, whether it's career, personal relationships, slow and steady. You ever hear the tortoise and the hare? You want to be the tortoise for one reason or another. So take it slow. Take it very slow. Let's keep moving. Again, the messages this week are coming through very straightforward. So it's like we have beautiful, awesome, victorious, wish fulfillment stuff, not rushing it, savoring it. Good. Let's see what the star has for us. And we'll do a quick recap before we close it down and look at the shadow. So why is the star here for my Pisceans? I like it. I feel like this is a really good reading this week so far. So why is the star here? Why is the star? Thank you. Okay. Page of Cups in reverse. All right, that's a card that could represent us here. And the Page of Cups in reverse can be a few different things. Sometimes it could represent a shy, bashful type of feeling. Sometimes it could be not speaking to or talking to someone. I don't feel like it's a lack of... I'll tell you what it feels like to me. When it shows up in reverse, it's like I'm not giving you a heads up. It's like, I'm not giving you hints, I'm not giving you a heads up. So when I see it in reverse, it's kind of like a little bit of a surprising type of energy where it's like, oh, I'm not giving you any hints about this, Pisces. You're just going to have to wait and see, especially under a card like the Star. I think this is good. Now, I mean, it could take a little bit of a different complexion if there's a person where your conversation hasn't been on point or you haven't been talking with someone. If that's the case, it's something where Spirit's like, listen, don't even stress about that, Pisces. Everything's going to be fine. If you're not communicating properly, or if there's something you want to talk about and you haven't talked about it, it's okay. Don't even stress it. But I'm also getting this vibe of like an unexpected win. Like we're not going to give you any hints here, Pisces. Like, just you keep pushing forward, and we're not going to give you a clue about it. It's just going to happen. That's how it feels to me intuitively. I think it's good. Now, granted, there's so much positivity in the rest of the spread. Even if this was a challenge, I would tell you straight up, just don't be shy, don't be bashful, don't limit yourself as well. And I said that here with this in the middle, like, don't rush, don't feel like you have to measure up to anything, because this Page of Cups in reverse, yeah, it could represent someone that they limit themselves sometimes. So again, dream big, don't limit yourself, take your time, move at your own pace. Okay? Everyone's story is different. I feel like that's a big thing that's showing up here, and especially in the long term. But I do feel like this could be an ending or a result that like you don't expect or you don't see coming, but it's so good. So good. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow. I love your reading this week. I mean, you're right up there. Like, you and Aries had the best readings this week so far. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we start here with an absolute banger of an alignment. We have the Magician with the 10 of Cups. So now is a great time to really manifest things, bring them towards you. There's a certain magnetism. If you're going through a tough time, you could really find yourself out of it quickly. There's a lot of energetic and spiritual support here for you. And dream big. Do not limit yourself. That's something that's shown up multiple times here. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Wands with the Chariot in reverse. I did say this could be something or someone returning, of course, or something popping back up. It doesn't necessarily feel challenging or bad to me, but a big vibe I was picking up here was like, take your time. Take your time with something. Don't rush it. You'll be happy that you took your time, or there could be something where you should savor it. Moving to the back end, we have the Star card with the Page of Cups in reverse. So I was like, yeah, it's coming to you, but we're not giving you any hints. So it did feel like an unexpected win of some sort, where it's like you don't quite know when it's going to go down, but it's coming. But also the message, again, the recurring one about not limiting yourself and to just dream big, push for the big one, which feels good. So please take a screenshot if you want to look at that further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Really fantastic energy. And it's not just about what the cards mean, it's about the feelings that these cards give. And it's been all good to me so far. So let's get you a shadow card. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get your shadow card out. What's in the shadows for Pisces? What is in 2 of Cups? So even your shadow card is good this week, Pisces. I love this. So we do have the 2 of Cups. Now, for a portion of you, if you are going through like romantic things, love things, or even interpersonal things with like friends or family, this card could be a hint about it, because the 2 of Cups is about soul bonds and soul ties, but it doesn't necessarily feel bad to me. Now, for some of you that are going through some difficulties, it's okay to reach out to those that are close to you, ask for assistance or second opinions if you need it. That's what this card tells me. But this smooth, silky, easy flowing energy fits the bill with what we had here right in the center. This is lovely. It's really beautiful. So whether this is something coming towards you, whether this is something you already have, I feel like the 2 of Cups is silky smooth. It's definitely soul tie energy. And it's just the cherry on top of this beautiful reading. Okay? So we're just going to leave it at that, Pisces, my friends. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The December subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you this year for Christmas? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.